Welcome everyone. Today we have a special Genshin pack wish guide. In this video, we'll look over a number of data and also samples for the weapons banner. So over here you can see a particular Excel. You can also see a lot of reads, lots of tables, lots of screenshots from different players of different weapons on YouTube, Chinese community, Reddit, and everywhere else. We'll have a look at how can someone possibly get all 5 of the weapons in one row, and this is actually legitimate. You can see the Japanese player over here showing his background and also the history of those weapons. We'll have a look at how this relates to the hidden weapon banner wish rate which we discovered in this particular sampling. So over here we have collected over 7,000 samples of the wish limited banner with a hidden wish rate. We'll talk about those, we'll talk about the expected number of wishes to get a special weapon in the wish banner, and this is updated. And this can be very useful to take advantage or be aware how much we have to invest for a particular weapon. We can go for a particular weapon with much higher rate, or we can be aware this can be a big trap because this will cost a lot of wishes. We'll also be having a look at the character banner rate, which has changed with the Keqing's banner. We'll have a look at how much change this can be and how much more higher rate can we expect with the Keqing banner, which is a special banner at the moment, with 5% higher rate for Jin, Chi-Chi, Mona, and also Diluc. We'll have a look at the rate difference and how this is calculated. This can also be very helpful, or we can be aware of this to avoid higher constellations. And also we'll look into the speculations from the Chinese community about an inventory check theory, which is likely caused by the hidden rates of the weapons banner. And finally, we're looking into some of the interesting ways that the community is sharing about the rate rumors and also rituals for better rates. We'll briefly have a look at those and talk about the theories behind each of those rituals to get better result for the 5 stars. Now if we come over to this Twitter post by our Japanese friend over here, you can see that he actually managed to get 5 of the 5-star weapons on the one wish. And notice that there is 3 Wolf's Gravestone, there is 1 standard polearm, and also there is 1 Staff of Homer. And this is superbly lucky, of course. People are like, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. If you remember our previous video, we also showed a video with someone getting 5 stars on 110 wish with the Ganyu banner. So those rates are quite interesting. What that means is, notice the rate of Staff of Homer, even with this super lucky roll, it is not 50-50 with the Wolf's Gravestone, which we'll cover in the first part of this video. But check this out if you guys haven't seen it. Someone got really lucky with weapons banner. Everyone's super jelly too. But look at that. It's like 1 in a 1 billion roll out of this as well. So quite interesting. But we're going to look at the hidden rates for difference between those 2 weapons, which is very important if we ever consider the weapons banner. Now ever since our live stream for the weapons banner 2 days ago, I was very interested on the rates for the weapons banner. So if you haven't seen this video, definitely have a look at my expression after getting 5 of the Wolf's Gravestone and 0 Staff of the Homer. I was like, surely guys, this is ridiculous. So I looked around on the Chinese community, on the YouTube with one of our viewers, and a lot of communities we can see on Reddit, everywhere else, you can see there's a lot of Wolf's Gravestone over the Staff of Homer. So what is happening? And I was quite interested. And also one of our viewers sent me his calculations with some of the live stream with over 6,400 data for the weapons banner. And he noticed that there is a clear difference between the 2 limited weapons on the banner. So what that means is you can see there's Wolf's Gravestone and there's Staff of Homer. There is a rate difference between those 2 weapons appearing on the weapons banner. And if you guys are wondering what do I mean by the chances of those weapons being different, if we come to the details, we can see the rate up weapons, the Staff of Homer and the Wolf's Gravestone, both will share the 70% rate of the 5-star items. But in the description over here, it does not disclose the rate between the polearm and also the claymore. Do they share 50-50 or do they have a special rate that's split between them for the 75%? So this detail is not closed. And during the sampling and during the rates data collection, what we can see is it is likely out of 4 5 stars we get, only 1 is going to be Staff of Homer. The other 3 will be the Wolf's Gravestone. And this is very important and very interesting because previously we all assumed it is a 50-50. So instead of being 50-50, the rate for the 5-star weapons is actually 1-3. And this also dramatically changes how many rolls or how many wishes do we need to expect to get a 5-star weapon from this banner. Now if we come over to this Reddit post by Psychopath, which I have been using for the expectation of the rates of the weapons in the weapons banner, we can see over here Previously, he assumed those are 50-50, so if those are 50-50, about 136 wishes on the weapons banner, we can find a specific weapon. But with the latest update of the rate, what can we expect is, if you're going for the Wolf Gravestone, in this case, it is a common standard 5-star weapon in the rate up banner, it is about 91 wishes. Now if you're going for the exclusive new weapon, like the Staff of Homer, it is about 272 wishes on average to get the weapon, just once. And you might think, okay, those rates seems a little too ridiculous. What do you mean by those rates? Now if we come over to a lot of the Reddit posts, which you can see over here with a lot of Wolf's Gravestone, we can see over here. We can also see over here on Zoomna channel, which is one of our viewers who actually commented on one of my videos, which he also experienced my situation, which is a lot of Wolf Gravestone, not enough Staff of Homer. And we can also see the similar situation for the Chinese players as well on the forum. So what does this mean? This means that if we're going for the exclusive weapon, it is much more difficult. Now if we come back to the starter collection Excel, which tallied up the Zonely banner, Shell banner, all the weapons banner for this case, this particular Excel also look at the soft pity for the weapons banner. Previously, I thought it was about 60 to 70, but what we can see here is the soft pity for the weapons banner starts with the 50 wishes. After 50 wishes, the chance goes up between 50 and 60, and the chance also goes up between 60 and 70. So this also gives us more information in terms of the soft pity for the weapons banner, which starts with 50 plus, and also the 5-star rate dramatically increased between 60 and also 70 wishes. This can be a really good way to plan for the weapons banner if we do go for those. But be aware guys, those can be big traps. Now during my research for the weapons banner and also the rates, what I also noticed is that some of the rate up 4-star weapons seems to have higher rates than the other ones. So those seems to be at 1:2 ratio for the exclusive versus the standard weapons. So if we come over to the weapons banner, we can see there are about 5 rate up weapons, including 2 of the exclusive Lithic series. So the Lithic series will only appear on this banner, and they're the most wanted 4-stars. Now if we come over to my inventory, and if we just have a brief look at those weapons, notice that I got a lot of the withers, and I only got about 4 of the Lithic spear, and I got 5 about the Lithic blade. So you may say, okay, you got plenty of those, but notice the ratio of the withers and also the new exclusive weapons are almost 1:2. And you can also see the same, I got a lot of Lion's Roar, which is a rate up 4-star weapon. So the standard ones seems to be doubling the rate of the exclusive ones. So that's something we should be aware of, because some of our friends may be rolling for the weapons banner for the exclusive weapon, and those 4-star weapons can also be very rare to find. Now coming over to the summary, we can see those exclusive versus standard weapons are about 1:2 ratio. Now you might say, okay, this is also a big trap. I know guys, but we try to see a positive out of this. That is why we say we can take advantage out of those interesting and also skewed rates. Because if we wanted Wolf's Gravestone, or if you wanted the Lion's Roar, this may be a really good time to go for the weapons banner, because you know the rates are actually higher because of those particular wishes. But be aware guys, weapons banner can still be a trap. So what I recommend is try to take advantage of knowing the rates of the system. This is similar with the pity system to save some of the wishes, so we go with single wishes. This is also similar to prevent us from going for special exclusive weapon because there's a lot of wishes. With those 270 wishes, we can go for like 2 5-star new characters like Ayaka, like Hu Tao, so be aware of that. But we can also take advantage if we're going for the weapon that has the better rate. What I recommend is, if you're going for the weapons banner, wait for the streamers and also the YouTubers to summon. Then look at the videos to see how skewed those rates are. You saw on my video, the rates for my Wolf's Gravestone were 100%. I got 5 out of those. So after you look at those videos, we can try to determine if the rate is 1:3, which is good if you're going for those, if it's 1:2, or if it's 1:1. So this can give us additional advantage as we go for the weapons banner. Now before we go to the next part of the video, it is important that we are aware all of those starter collections can be subject to bias sampling, which means I might have taken more of the unlucky result over the lucky result for the Staff of Homer. Now during my collection, I did take some of the more sampling result with more Staff of Homer with the screenshots over here, and also a screenshot over here with the Staff of Homer. So I have also taken those into the calculation and consideration as well. Now, if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news, and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now, with the new Keqing banner ending in about 5 days, what I have discovered while I was looking for the rates with weapons banner, during my search for those, I also discovered that the Keqing banner actually have different rates compared to the standard banner or the exclusive character banners. So what is happening is, because Keqing is one of the 5 standard characters, and she going to the rate up banner means we're left with only 4 of the characters in the standard characters. And this actually increased the rate of finding Jin, Qiqi, Mona, the Luke by 5% respectively. So the rate is split with 0.3% with Keqing and 0.3% with the rest of the characters. So this might not seem to be a lot initially, but this is quite important, because if you happen to be looking for new characters for those 4, you might want to take advantage of this. But if you don't want high constellations for those characters, you might want to avoid similar banners to the Keqing banner. Maybe future we get the Luke banner or the Jin banner, you should be aware of this. So if we go into the more calculations with this particular banner, now if we're looking for a character like Jin, you can see that in the common standard banner, it is 1 in 15 chance of getting Jin, 5 being the characters like Jin, the Luke, and also Mona, and 10 being the standard weapons. Now there is a higher rate to get Jin in the limited banner actually, so it is 1 out of 10 chances, because there's 5 chances for getting the rate up character and 5 chances for each of the standard characters. So those are the rates for the standard and also the future limited banners. Something like the Hu Tao banner will have those rates. But for the Keqing banner, it is actually a different rate. So it is always 0.6% for the 5-star characters and 50-50 for Keqing. But if we're going for the other 4 characters, we can see that there will be a rate difference. It is actually 1 in 8 chance for getting someone like Jin, or if you're going for Qiqi, the Luke, or going for Mona. So notice it is not 1 in 10 chance, it is 1 in 8 chance. Our rate of getting Jin in the Keqing banner is actually 0.075% over the 0.06%, so there is a 5% difference between those rates. It's quite important that we're aware of this, because the Keqing banner is the first of its type, and this banner change rate or the hidden rate adjustment can be very interesting. We can take advantage of this if you're going for new characters, but be more careful guys if you don't want to spend your wishes on higher constellations. Now coming over to a third and also fourth part of the video, this contains a lot of community speculations and also rituals with different wishes. So currently in the Chinese community, as I was searching for the first part for the weapons banner rate, what we can see is people are talking about an inventory check. The Chinese community believe that the game actually look into your account and have a look at your account. If you're looking for a particular item, they will give you more duplicates over the new item you're looking for. And they're saying there seems to be a normal rate split with the weapons banner. Now with the sampling, with the first part, what we do notice is that likely the rates for the limited weapons that is split among those two, like Wolf's Crystal and Staff of Homer, are not 50-50, which is 1-3. And this actually comes back as evidence for the conspiracy of the weapon check. So instead of having an inventory check, the rates are screwed. So you have less chances of getting exclusive weapons, more chances of getting duplicates. And I guess this somewhat proved the Chinese community right. But the game does not check into our inventory. The game actually have a different rate for those weapons. And this is from the about 7,000 sampling with the weapons. Now coming to the last part of the video, which is quite interesting. While I was spending 2 days to research for the weapons banner rates, I also come across a lot of theories, rumors, and also rituals with high wish rate. I thought I'd share a few of the highlights with you guys, but keep in mind guys, there is no enough sampling or confirmation of any of those works, but they're quite interesting. So the first one is joining or inviting a lower adventure level player before you making the wish, because people are saying lower adventure accounts tend to have better rates for 5 stars. Which is likely a rumor, because we tend to remember the first few 5 stars we find when we're lower level. Now the next few rituals tend to have a particular waiting period. What that means is, the second one talk about waiting for at least 30 to 60 minutes after the banner is released. So this avoids the initial wish rate traffic. People are saying we want to get more stable rates, and they're assuming that the rate is shared publicly and globally across the server. So if you wait a little bit, get everybody to do their wishes, then you start doing yours, maybe someone won't steal your 5 star. And this is quite interesting because if we come to the Japanese player who actually found the 5 stars in one wish, he actually didn't roll this right when the banner started. He rolled about 51 minutes after when the banner came out. So I thought, hey, maybe this one has some merits. Maybe we should wait a little bit before making the summons. Also, on the same topic of waiting a little bit, this one talk about detecting if your account have a really bad luck or if it has good luck. We can do this by upgrading artifacts or by fighting monsters. If you get a really good luck, you tend to drop more artifacts, more purple artifacts from monsters, or you tend to get better substats with artifacts. And also this one talk about waiting a little bit for the server or the daily reset, which can give us better rate. So again, those are still waiting theories about assumptions of how the servers might affect your luck. Now finally, the last ritual talk about the conspiracy theory with the server detecting your special account randomness. So this one talk about stop wishing or summoning for the weapon after getting a weapon that you don't want. So what that means is, it's trying to trick the system. It talk about since we're trying to summon what we wanted, if you're going for the Staff of Homer, if you get Wolf of Greystone, you tend to keep summoning, right? So the system detects that, it's going to adjust to it. It's not going to give you what you wanted, so it makes you keep paying for more summons. But if we pretended we got what we wanted, the system's like, oh, let's give him a different one. So it's like a psychological war between the hidden system. I don't think this is more dynamic because this will have like an AI or like a coding, but it's quite interesting to talk about this. A lot of those ideas and a lot of those theories probably came from the inaccurate rate between the hidden banners. And that is why it's so important for us to understand for the weapons banners, those do have different weights. And we can take advantage of this and we can be cautious of this one when we go for new weapons. Now hopefully you guys found this special wish guide video more helpful, because after getting my super unlucky result, I wanted to go into more research, and after 2 days of research, I have collected 4 different major points for this. The biggest point to take away is the hidden rates with the weapons banner and also the rate changes with the characters banner. And although we got about 7,000 result, I still think we can get more result. So what I'm thinking is we'll be looking for more data for more prediction for those particular rates, for the weapons and also for the characters. What I'm thinking to do is I will speak out with the Get Data Gatherer Discord, which they have been sharing a lot of good rates with the monster loots. So I will try to speak to one of the staff to see if they can take more rates like those, and we can make a community work to discover the rates, the hidden rates behind the banners. So let me know what you guys think about this one, and if you do want to help out, I'll have the link to the Data Gatherer Discord. So you can join them and start to share some of your wish result so we can get more data and also more rates for more accurate estimations of everything. Now if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Keqing and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.